Hello everyone, and what is going on? Hyperion-Blue-GT here. Welcome back to Gran Turismo 7 Part 56. It's all clear for having a 5-part conclusion in Americas as part of the circuit experience before ready to get back on to Europe for having 14 courses ever since from Part 25 as I've been went down to be at Dragon Trail with Seaside and Gardens layout. For this part of the video segment, let's go over to have 2 courses to be located in the United Kingdom to be at Goodwood Motor Circuit and Brands Hatch Grand Prix. For having a very good best time to have 2 UK race courses in GT7, so here we have is the Aston Martin V8 Vantage Group 4 will be at the full course by having 3 sectors and a 1 lap time attack. Also to have Brands Hatch is going to be quite very different by using the Radical SR3 SL 2013 without having an Audi R8 LMS 2015 ever since from Gran Turismo Sport. So I hope I could probably have to get ready to go and head on over to be at Chichester, West Sussex in the United Kingdom for having a very good best Group 4 racing category according to the best racing historic is going to be a well established from 1948. 74 years ago about the track is also to be used as a World War II airfield. But after all, because it turns out to become as a historic racetrack for every classic vehicle and any kinds of go-kart vehicles to be welcome at any time. Here we have Sector 1 to have 19.4 seconds, Sector 2 33.7 seconds, Sector 3 23.8 seconds, and a 1 lap attack by around in 1 minute 16.2 seconds in every part of the goal objectives. So let's start out to be at the first sector. We'll have to be on a starting position to go entered onto turn number 1, which is the Mad Grid corner. Let's give it a go, and gonna have to go by old fashioned to see how a modern Group 4 car will be mastered to have the first part as 3 seconds will be on the way. Alright, timer begin. Here comes the first turn. Watch a good brake zone to be entered. Stay in the good speed of the RPM. Alright, looks like not so bad after all. Almost to get closer onto silver, but the goal is now going to be marked in 0.322 seconds in 19 seconds. That's 1 sector down. Looks like mastering the Mad Grid corner is a very good stunning piece of cake to go basic to be entered onto turn number 1. So here we have the next sector in number 2, which is going to be at the Fort Water, St. Mary's, and the Lombet corner. I have to say this because that might have the second sector is going to go over to be on the entrance in the Lombet Strait. So you see, for having a starting position to go entered in sector 2 to be take place in the Mad Grid corner, all you might need to do is going to have to master the Fort Water, St. Mary's, and the Lombet corner will have to be much more successful to find the perfect line. So let's give it a go. Have a very good, excellent first attempt to be entered in the number 2 of the sector. Follow the yellow highlights and make a good brake zone to go at it. Okay, there you go. Looks like just gonna have to be very careful. The surface is a safe zone because the grass is definitely going off the track by the elimination spot. Okay, looks like the Lombet corner is now going mastered. Here comes the straight by the same title. Okay, just to be planned and exactly to have 33 seconds with a decimal of 0.382. That makes sector 2 is now going check and well matched to be nearly towards there. Sector 3, this is where the Lombet Strait, Woodcote, and the chicane is going to be a very tough one for last. France ranking is now going placed onto the number 3 spot. Moving on in sector 3 to get over onto the goal objective in 23.8 seconds. I really hope I could probably have to master the chicane in Goodwood Racing Circuit. So let's find out and see how it turns out. Okay, here comes the next turn. Gonna have to master the wood coat. Slow down. Coming in towards that chicane. Watch out for the barriers because that will be a very tough time to go faster to overcome your skills of the achievement. So there you go. 24.54 seconds by adding up a 0. Let's go for attempt number 2 to master the wood coat, and the chicane is a very tough one. Now going to proceed onto the La Bend straight. Pull the brake, master the wood coat, stay steady, and watch out for the barriers when you enter the chicane. Nail the apex, going to proceed, make a good sprint to the finish. And there you go. Gold record, just gonna have to go extra careful to be at 23.649 seconds that I just took. After all, because mastering 3 sectors in Goodwood Racing Circuit is a very tough one to be mastered with a wood coat and the chicane. So let's go proceed onto the replay to save. Exit out. 1 lap attack. Let's do this. Master the Goodwood Motor Circuit is a very tough one to go at it. Starting out to be at the Magwood corner to be at turn number 1, Fort Water to be stopped at turn number 2 before coming in onto turn 3, and 4 to be reached up onto St. Mary's before the Lombard corner will be stopped at turn number 4 and 5. Keep a good foot on the gas, stay on the track. But the ghost car will have to go for the lead, and I'll have to go behind. Okay, first sector clear. Gonna have to stay steady and go for the St. Mary's. Absolutely work. Now for the Lombard corner. Okay, there it goes. Looks like I almost had that chance to go for the upper hand because going a little bit left behind from the ghost car to have a silver position in about a minute, 17.7 seconds. Here comes the final sector. This will be the very hard one that you might gonna have to master it. Wood coat needs to be cleared. Chicane comes for the best. Sprint to the finish. Clock's ticking. Alright, looks like silver has now going cleared for having a decimal of 0.884 seconds in 1 minute 16 seconds. Now I might gonna have to go again to have the second attempt for having another round in the 1 lap attack. Just like Gran Turismo Sport to be using for the same Aston Martin V8 Vantage Group 4. Keep it up. But the ghost car will do the work, and I'll have to go behind as usual. Gonna have to go for the mid straight. Time condition turns out to become very beautiful for this part of the track. Okay, here comes the Fort Water coming in to be passed through on St. Mary's. Watch the gas. Going increase the pace. Lot bent cornered. Gonna take it. Inside to be followed by the apex. So you guys might gonna have to watch and learn and see how I could probably have to face the Goodwood Motor Circuit is a classic moment. Here comes the wood coat. Gonna have to stay straight. Slow down by the acceleration and pull the gas to get back in. Okay, almost so far so good. There we go. Looks like very tough times to go with some intermediate. A minute 15.757 seconds is now clear for the goal. Good thing I just truly own the track, because mastering Goodwood Motor Circuit is a very good, best, excellent UK track of all time since GT Sport. Now let's have a good replay, since I barely did a good job for attempt number 2. So many spectators to be coming around, and the best time for doing a modern Group 4 car to be mastered in the most finest circuit in the United Kingdom. After all, because mostly other UK tracks such as Silverstone, Brands Hatch, and other related to have the UK tracks is so very magnificent. And on the other half, because that should be a very good place to have this location along with a hill climb since Gran Turismo 6. So I hope you guys really miss about the hill climb version, because every car will be mastered, every kinds of different skills and obstacles will have to go for only one lap for having a single time attack to see how different vehicles turns out to have a main record ever since to be around in mid-July. So here I am to be proceed on to the Levent Straight. Gonna have to go entered and make my way to have the Woodcote. Will be stopping at the next corner to be at the right. Slide around and keep a good steady balance before entered at the chicane to have a no contact zone. Right at the apex, go to the final stretch and make a good finish line to be achieved at the first attempt record. So you see, folks, having a clean race on this track is all about doing the basics, since you've been participating for having a classic Sunday Cup edition in GT7. But especially to have the Aston Martin V8 Vantage Group 4 is a very good temporary vehicle, since this part of the update from GT Sport is going to be coming a long way. Friends ranking to be at the number 2 spot, so it'll have to be doing well, and go exit out to have 48,000 credits will be adding up to have some more earnings. Bronze cleared to have 60,000 credits, and 300,000 GT credits is now altogether for having a combo. Small earnings and different high valuable earnings will have to go by the sizes between any kinds of difficulty whenever you'd like to go at it. So looks like it's all checked and cleared on Goodwood Motor Circuit. Let's go to Brands Hatch Grand Prix for having another round to be using for the Radical SR3 SL 2013. This road car is being replaced, is now being featured in GT7, since the Audi R8 LMS 2015 from GT Sport has already been being retired, so only one UK road car is going to be a very good track legal vehicle to be added. 4 sectors including a 1-lap attack. Every part of the corner is going to be a very good place to be here when you're racing in Brands Hatch Grand Prix, between the full course and the Indy circuit itself. So you see, because every part of the known corners is going to be a very good best one to be pronounced, and you might going to have to go down to be on the well name. For having the first turn is the Paddock Hill Bend is going to be at the first turn. Haley Woods Hill to be on the second to be going in onto the Duras onto the hairpin. Graham Hill and the bend itself to be going at it until going to have to go for the Cooper Straight. Surtees is absolutely to have a next position right over onto the McLaren when you're racing in the Indy section. So let's go on to the first sector, and gonna have to go master to have the Paddock Hill Bend, Howard's Hill, and the Durrets along with a Graham Hill. So let's find out, and gonna have to drive the SR3 SL to see how it feels, just like having a different kind of a vehicle when you're racing in the Audi R8 LMS. Coming in onto the first turn, drive careful because this is going to be a different vehicle for this time. Take that part of the Durrets. Graham Hill is now going cleared, and gold record will be a piece of cake to have 22.258 seconds that I just took. Not bad after all. One road car, very good, excellent opportunity when you're playing in Gran Turismo 7. Position number 6 on the Friends ranking is now going to be well placed on the spot. Here comes Sector 2. 24.9 seconds will have to go master to be on the Graham Hill Bend, Surtees, and going straightaway to be proceed at the Pilgrim's Drop. So let's give it a go and do some more basic to go at it, because every Gran Turismo player or every other car lover fans who really know about the track. So let's go proceed. Have a good Cooper straight to go at it. Hold that brake. Make a good position to aim towards the apex. There we go. Looks like almost got the upper hand. Close to be ever as gold. 24.606 seconds is now going to be exactly for my first attempt record when I'm in Sector 2. Very good job, and well amazed to be having a second part to be on the halfway there mark to be on the full track. Alright, so gonna have to save that replay for the second part. Head on in to be at the third sector to have 37 seconds will be on the goal objective. For this part of the sector, you might gonna have to go proceed onto the Pilgrim Drop before coming in onto the Hawthorne Hill. Looks like that part of the turn is gonna be at the Hawthorne's corner before gonna have to go short straightaway to be on the Derrick Minter. Westfield is gonna be on the right turn before proceed onto the Dingledale, by the way, because the letter D for having a double D amount is going to have to go proceed on the Sheen curve. But this part of the turn is going to be known as the Sterlings. So let's give it a go, and master every part of the corner goes by the name. So let's drop in onto the Pilgrims. We'll be at the straightaway before coming in onto the Hawthorne Hill. Alright, very good. Coming in onto the Derrick Minor Straight. Make that turn to stay on the right. Going basic. Much more find the perfect line to have a very good complexity to have a good time. Stirrings is now coming in onto the left turn by the corner. Touch the apex. Going straight. And there you go. Close in the nick of time. 36.864 seconds is now clear for the gold. Very good. Looks like just the way how it turns out to be mastered every part of the corner and the hills itself. I can't say about the Dingledale is absolutely to have a very good interesting corner after taking the Westfield. The Sheen curve is absolutely to have another part of the right corner before coming in onto the left turn will be at the Sterlings. So looks like you'll have to take one last sector to be on the number 4 section. We'll go proceed at the Clark curve after clear from the straightaways. We'll have to go for the clear. So let's go for sector 4. Enter the Sterling in about 3 seconds as the countdown will go commence. Here comes the Clark curve. Gonna have to take it. Slow in, fast out. I got this in the bag. Going to the Braham Straight. Gold record. Not so bad after all, just like racing in Autodromo de Interlagos. 18.526 seconds in the gold. Very good job, because 4 sectors without getting earned in the silver in Brands Hatch. So looks like I got everything to be learned so far, because place on the number 2 spot in the friends ranking is now going clear and well achieved. Number 4 of the sector replay saved. So let's go for having a 1 lap attack in 1 minute 41.5 seconds to be mastered in every part of the corner for this part of the section in the track. Now let's give it a go and master every part of the corner in the full section in the Grand Prix track. Here comes the paddock hill bend on turn number 1. Going proceed down the hill and go over onto the Duras in turn number 2 and 3. Very good job. First sector is clear before coming in onto the Grantham Hill and the bend itself. Cooper Straight is now going short advantage before going onto the Surtees into the next turn at the lap. Steady as it goes and going proceed on to the third sector. Very good, excellent speed. Much more quite slightly very good in use, just like driving an Audi R8 LMS 2015. So every part in the sector comes in to have the number 4. But we're almost there to be at the 5th sector, so better get ready because the Clark curve is going to be the very hard part to be on the best. Pulling up the brake, we accelerate, and going for having a next part of the turn before proceed in number 5 of the sector. Sterling is clear. Go for the clear ways before proceed onto the Clark curve. Alright, looks like very much more impressive. Average speed, handling, and go improvement. So looks like I got the hang of it. Very good job, and looks like gold record to be fully well achieved in 1 minute 39.495 seconds. Awesome work. I just did a good job moment out there to be racing in the Grand Prix track in Brands Hatch, guys. 5 attempts in gold and 1 full pass of wonderness is going to be a very good track car only to be as a class vehicle. The Radical SR3 SL is a very good road car to be featured in circuit experience in GT7. Just like driving the Audi R8 from GT Sport is very challenging and much more advanced, but somehow because road cars are actually becoming very good to be average for beginners. So it looks like it might be quite very good to have under 1 minute and 40 seconds is a very good goal opportunity. After all, because 5 attempts is going to be a very good best moment out there to be having 4 sectors including a 1 lap attack. So good job to have 54,000 credits to be earned in gold. So here comes for having a combo to have 120,000 in all bronze and gold to be at 600,000 credits. Very good job and well impressive before the next day after 12 o'clock is going to be coming in from here until now. Looks to me because this is going to be a very good best starting position to be take place after Dragon Trail before coming up onto the next video. So what else should I have to do next? Should I have to go for Spain and Austria along with 4 racetrack in Italy? Not to mention because 3 racetrack in France, 1 for Switzerland, 1 for Germany, and 1 for Belgium. So I hope I could probably have to start filling out to do the list after this, because so many European racetrack is going to be a very best bon appetit racing experience to go for some high valuable earning when you're in the circuit experience. Well, I can't say because 12 o'clock midnight from here until now, so let's wrap this up before at the end of the content video before coming up into part 57 in the next video. So I hope you enjoyed watching in Gran Turismo 7 for the full walkthrough. Thank you for watching. Be sure to subscribe to my YouTube channel for a like, comment, and click the bell for notification on upcoming content videos in the later future. I'll be seeing you guys next time on Gran Turismo 7, and I look forward to see you again in the next video. Keep on racing, stay clean.